We're at the best time of year to buy a home. I say it every single year at this time. But rates went up to 8% last week. 8%. Anthony Lamacchia here, broker owner of Lamacchia Realty, and here to talk to you about our Q3 marketing report. I just sat here for a few minutes and I reviewed July, August, and September for Massachusetts, and I looked at home sales each and every month. Each month, sales are down anywhere between 20 and 25, 26%, less than last year in the same months, which obviously is a substantial slowdown in sales, the amount of total sales. But what I did notice each and every month, and I'm going to show you this quickly, just by giving you a little peek at the month of September. Hang on, I'm going to jump in here. Average price up 3%. So some months up 3, 2, right around there. Now, why are prices holding so strong when we are still seeing a lack of sales? Normally, lack of sales eventually equals prices going down. The difference this time, folks, and I've been talking about this for about a year, is inventory is still very constrained. And part of the reason it's constrained is the lack of homes being listed, and that's because of interest rates for the most part. There's really a two-pronged problem. Interest rates is the biggest problem. It's causing less people to list because they don't want to give up their rate. But also, there's many people that are saying, well, where am I going to go? And the more people that don't list, the more people that say, where am I going to go? And it's unfortunate because there are many home buyers who are going to miss the best time of the year, which is right now. And don't hear that and think I'm being a salesperson. Always drives me nuts when people think that. Go look at my videos for the last several years and look at my videos in the months to come. I always say the truth. Best time of the year to buy, August to Thanksgiving. Best time of the year to sell, normally for a premium, February, March, April. Okay. Not exactly convinced it's going to be the case next year, because if rates go to 9 or 10% between now and then, that could change things. But generally speaking, best time of year to buy is right now because of inventory peaking. Now, I was just going to show you that. Let me take a quick look here, and I'm going to put it on the screen. Hold on, add to stage. There we go. Take a look at that purple line right here. This is what I meant to spend a minute on. Sorry about that. 8,246 homes for sale as of last Saturday. This week here in the last few days, probably hover somewhere around there, 82, 83, 8,400 homes for sale. That will last 2 to 3 more weeks, and then just like every other year, it will start to fall. So if you think there's a lack of choices now, you're going to really feel that way in about 4, 5, or 6 weeks. The best thing that you could do is get out there and look at properties that haven't sold. Homes that are sitting on the market. Homes that are sitting on the market from the summer. I know there's not a ton of them, but there are some sellers who listed in the summer and they overdid it with their prices. And now those are the homes to strike on, particularly before they adjust their prices. If you can do that, you will be happy you did, because you will be much less likely, or I should say unlikely, if it's not selling, to end up in a bidding war. So I understand that rates are obviously frustrating, particularly for Massachusetts buyers, even more of you that are buying closer to Boston, because the higher the sale price, the more that you are affected by the rate. But you can refinance your way out of the rate later. You cannot refinance your way out of paying $50,000, $100,000 over asking price. There's no doubt in my mind we will be back to bidding war mania in January, February, and March. To what extent it goes to depends upon what happens to interest rates between now and then. I can tell you this, between now and Christmas, they're really not going down. They're not. I did predict they'd go over 8. I first said it on July the 8th, said it again in August when I was in Florida, said it in September, said it 3 weeks ago, and it happened last week. As of today, when I'm filming this, they're at like 7.97. Believe me, they're going to go back over 8, okay? That's how it's going to be. So you buyers that have been waiting and hoping that you would see a reduction in rates, you are going to be disappointed for at least the near future. Eventually, down the line, there isn't any question, rates will go back down. There are a lot of economic signs that at some point we're going to get to the end of this inflation, rates will adjust back down. And that's part of the reason that I have been pushing temporary mortgage rate buydowns. If you go on our website and you look at and you log on to, I'm going to go on it right now. My Rate Buy Down. When you go on there, you'll see a whole bunch of videos that will explain how that works, and you can get a rate that's 2% lower in the first year. If you do a 3-2-1 buy down, it could be 3% lower in the first year, then 2, then 1, depending upon which one you choose. You also should look at the blog that we put out about how there is nothing wrong with that house, okay? Log on to buyinfall.com. Take a look at this. Look at this. If you wait until spring to buy a home, you will pay more. That is almost absolutely, positively the case, as I mentioned, because inventory will go back down. So take a look at this blog. We show tangible examples of homes that were listed last year, okay, at this time, or maybe last summer in 2022, did not sell, were relisted in early 2023 and sold for more. Here's a tangible example right here. Look at this home. Listed last year in June of 2022, right when rates spiked, for $319. Did not sell, okay? Came off the market in the fall, right around November 7th. Then you go to this year. Home was listed, I'm looking for the list date, June 14th. No, that's off market date. Hang on. Listed May 24th for $329, sold for $350. People see that and they say, why does that happen? It happens because of the flow of inventory and the flow of when homes are listed. And we get into that right in this blog. And we also talk about other reasons. We talk about when prices peak. If you haven't checked it out already, you want to log on to buyinfall.com. All right, folks, that concludes my brief third quarter Massachusetts housing market update. The next time you see me for a full update will be in January, talking about the entire year. I will also put out my predictions in December. And if you want to check out my predictions and double check my work, log on to anthonyspredictions.com. You will see the things that I predicted last December for this year, many of which have come true, some of which I was off on. I wasn't dramatic enough. We'll be talking about that in the months to come. Buyers, I can't emphasize it enough. Right now is a much better time to buy a home than if you buy in January, February, March, April of next year. I can assure you of that. Sellers, if you're looking to sell, if you're under a tough time frame, you can still sell your home. Inventory is still low. You can still do quite well. If you are under no time frame and you don't mind, maybe you should consider putting it on after the first of the year. That is your choice. That's all, folks. Thank you very much for watching.